start this week's webinar. It's our department update. It's athletics giving us an update of kind of a fall outlook. And so we have some coaches online today that will be sharing that with you. So we'll start, I'm gonna give 1 more minute past the timeline so we can get a few more people in here and then we'll get going. And one of the things for our presenters is one thing I highly recommend is go ahead and turn your cameras off until you're talking. And that way, then you don't have to worry too much about what you're doing while someone else is talking.
Lauren.
You're working on it, Luke. I see it.
You want me to turn mine off?
Yeah, just until it's your turn. Did you mind?
No, that's fine.
All right. So welcome everybody to this week's Lunch and Learn. This is our athletic update. My name is Shelly Grenager. I am the Director of Alumni Relations, and some of you I might be new to. So I really encourage you, if you come on campus or if you're away from campus and want to get to know me more, or questions or suggestions or anything like that, please reach out to me. I will be posting my email here in just a little bit. And I also am going to post a few things like how to check out upcoming events, and because our school year has started here at South Dakota Mines. So this is an exciting day on campus because all our new freshmen are moving in. And so there's cars everywhere. I know a lot of you remember what that felt like. We have rocker days that are coming up here, or what we used to call M Week, coming up here in September. And I know Cassie's going to touch on a few more events, but I just want to welcome everybody to this Lunch and Learn, and to let you know that we are being recorded, that this recording will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So I encourage you, if you find this this educational and useful, share it with your other alumni friends so that they also know what's kind of going on. Also, I also encourage you to use the chat function to say hi, let everyone know you're here. If you've got a question for any of the coaches, go ahead and put that in the Q&A section. And then after they're done speaking, we're allowed a time after each coach is done speaking where we will ask them some questions that you have. And then if you want to look, if you hit that chat button, it'll make a pop-up on your window, and that's where you can kind of see who's all there. I encourage everyone to introduce yourself, say the year you graduated or the sport you played, so that we know who's in here. And at this moment, I would like to introduce Cassie. So Cassie is the Associate Athletic Director, of Internal Operations. And she can probably introduce herself better than I can. She helps, as what I understand it, because I used to work in admissions, so she makes sure that everyone's where they're supposed to be. And she's normally a point of contact and a big supporter. So Cassie, I want to pass this over to you and welcome you today.
Great, thank you, Shelly. I appreciate it. As Shelly said, I'm the Associate Athletic Director for Internal Ops. I'm starting my 4th year here. A little about me, I grew up in southeastern Minnesota, got a bachelor's degree from Carleton College, a master's in educational leadership from Minnesota State Moorhead. Spent 16 years coaching college basketball, 7 of which were on the East Coast, so we have any East Coast folks. I spent some time in both Massachusetts and New York. And as I said, now in my 4th year of administration and serve a variety of roles. But yes, one of my big ones really is game day operations and making sure we have our, oh, just a second. We have our student staff and adult staff, entertainment, things like that, visiting teams and officials. So a lot of coordination of things. So getting in, I know you're not necessarily here to hear from me as much, but I want to just give you a brief overview of the fall season. We're really excited, as Shelly said, to have all the students coming back. We are in week 2 of preseason for our sports, our fall sports. So they've been on campus practicing, training, film sessions, team bonding, community service, all of those things. It's a great opportunity to really maximize their time together before the rigors of academics here at South Dakota Mines take over. So with that, we have some big dates this fall I wanted to just throw out at you. First one, September 10th, is our home opener for football. We've designated that as our salute to service as well as youth day. It's typically one of our biggest outside of rocker days and homecoming, our biggest events just due to the excitement of the new season, and partnering with local service groups, our police department, fire department, state fire, Ellsworth, National Guard. So really be a fun event, and hope that for those of you that are in the area, that you can get to that event. Our soccer team also kicks off their season at home that weekend, and so they will play on September 11th. We do not have a soccer field on campus, so they compete at Dakota Fields, which is a really great partnership for us, a great field. And so again, they will play at September 11th. Our volleyball home opener, and Coach Prohaska will talk about that in a little bit as well, I'm sure, but that's September 16th. And then golf has one fall event and one spring event. They have a split season, and you'll probably hear about that a little bit too, but they host a tournament September 19th and 20th, and that's hosted at Golf at Red Rocks. And then a couple big ones that I know you're all excited about. September 20th, volleyball hosts Black Hills State. We had a thrilling match last year, a 5-setter, and I expect nothing less this year. It'll be a great match. And then we host Black Hills in football October 1st. So those are the big events to keep on your calendars if you're in the area. For those that aren't in the area, all of our games are streamed online for free. Home and away. That's an RMAC policy. So everyone in the conference is required to stream games, so you can watch them online. They even have their own channel. If you have a Roku streaming device, you can watch it directly on your TVs. It's pretty great. So please check us out remotely if you're not able to get here in person. But for those that are, just a quick update on some tickets. Ticketing can be purchased online. Just go to each team's schedule. You can find tickets and purchase them online, or you can buy them on site the day of the game. Our season ramp tickets are sold out for right now, and Monday we will be opening up any individual game ramp spots that are left. We're really excited about it. I think again, that home opener on September 10th is leading in the direction that we'll probably have a sellout, which is really great, and I'm not sure has happened in a long time. So. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all the bits of information I wanted to share. On to the more important people, our coaches. We will give you each, just a heads up for all of you, we'll give each coach an opportunity to talk about their program in the upcoming season. Once each coach is done, we're gonna open it up for questions, so that then they can get back to their training sessions and whatever else they have going on today. So we will do one coach at a time, then questions, then follow up the next one and questions, and so on. And so with that, I am going to hand it over to our first coach, Luke Wheeler, who is the director of men's and women's golf. Luke, it's all yours.
All right, let me see if I can get my video here. There we go. How are we doing out there? Luke Wheeler, like Cassie said, director of golf, going into my 4th year here at South Dakota Mines. Just a little bit about me really quick. I'm originally from Rapid City, born and raised, and then left to go to school and pursue other opportunities. But great to be back in the Black Hills with my family. So that being said, looking forward to this year after going off of last year. Had some record-breaking years last year with a couple individuals and team. And so we brought in a few more freshmen for this year that I feel like are gonna just excel our program even further to where we need to be to start competing in the RMAC. We kick off our season in September down in Denver. Both the men and women will be at the Colorado Christian University's tournament. And then like Cassie said, we have our host tournament in the fall, September 19th and 20th, and that is the beginning of Alumni Week. So that'll be leading into the alumni football game. The homecoming football game. So hope anybody's around. Would love to have you guys out there at Red Rock. We have 2 more tournaments after that in Billings, Montana, and then the women will go down to Pueblo to finish off the fall, and then the guys will go to Lawton, Oklahoma to finish off the fall. So it's it's a quick, busy fall for us. It's pretty condensed, obviously, because of the weather. So we got to get as many tournaments in as we can in the fall, and then that just leads us right into the spring, and then we have our championship season in the spring. Most of those are set. Still working on a few tournaments with that, and then hopefully we can continue what we've been, how we finished from last year. So really what I want to say is I just love all the support you guys have been given, Hardrocker Athletics and to the golf, football, volleyball. It's really great to see you guys come on here and listen to us speak. And I hope everyone's doing well. If anybody's got any questions, they can shoot them at me.
Thank you, Luke. Currently, we have one question in our chat, and it's kind of a generic question, but I am going to give this to you if I can. Jerry is asking, he's an alum and recruits on behalf of South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, now South Dakota Mines, in Virginia, in Maryland. How should he respond when talking with a potential student who also wants to play sports and asks about financial help and scholarship? Like, how should he direct that student who wants to consider playing at Mines?
Well, I would encourage him to either, he could reach out to me personally. All my information's on our website, or give that potential student athlete, my email. And so they could reach out to me, and that way I can start a conversation with them and get the ball rolling for them.
Excellent. And Jerry, is there also an online form that we send students to fill out a interest statement, I believe, also on our athletic page? And maybe Cassie will touch more on this at the end here. But yes, thank you for that. And your season, this season, it's going to be a good one. I know you have some returning golf players I've actually seen on campus. And so I'm excited to see where you guys and what you guys do this year. So thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Shelly.
Cassie, did you want to jump on and introduce your next coach?
Sure. Excellent. And just to kind of wrap up that last question, I would say, Luke hit it on the head in terms of if you're ever talking with someone that thinks they want to compete at the Division II level here at South Dakota Mines, I would encourage either yourself as an ambassador here for the institution to reach out to the coaches, to encourage that young woman or man and their families to reach out to the coaches. Each sport is going to be a little bit different on what they will require or need. Again, golf is an easier one in that you kind of need numbers, scores, right? Whereas volleyball and football, you're going to need some film and some of that information, obviously beyond the academic side of things. So the other coaches can chat and add anything if they have it when they have an opportunity to talk. But please, just part of the recruiting process, a big part of it is just advocating for yourself. So if someone is really interested, don't wait to hear from someone. Pursue the coaches, and they'll be honest with you about where you're at in the recruiting process. And with that, next up is our head volleyball coach, Lauren Prohaska.
Hello, everybody. Like Cassie said, my name is Lauren Prohaska. I am the head volleyball coach. I've been here this is going to be my 5th fall season. So time has really flown by. A little about myself. I am originally from Rhode Island. So if we got any East Coast people on here, my husband is from Colorado. He is a controller at a credit union in town. And we've sort of made a little life for ourselves here in Rapid City. We have a 1-year-old. His name is Hank. So life has been a little crazy for us. But it's really nice to sort of be in this phase of life and enjoy volleyball when he's a little grown up too. So in terms of our volleyball program, I took over this job in 2018. We were not a very successful program at the time. We did basically a complete reboot of our culture. We recruited a ton of kids that first year. And every year since 2018, we have had the best record we have had in Division II. So we're very proud of the progress we've had, albeit we'd like it to be a little faster, but that's okay. We really feel like every year we get a little bit better. Right now, the RMAC is incredibly competitive with volleyball. Last year, we had 5 teams in the RMAC go to the NCAA tournament, which is basically unheard of. So it just sort of tells you the caliber of competition that we're playing, because most of the teams that are in that top 5 or 6 in our conference are nationally ranked. So incredibly competitive teams that we see every weekend, which makes it really exciting, but it's also getting tougher every year. So we're proud of the progress we've had. We're really proud of the development we've had with our culture. We really have a team-led program. I really allow my athletes to do a lot of things on their own and make their own decisions. We don't really hold a lot of hands. And so our culture is very much powered by our athletes and very much powered by our captains. So we have a lot of respect and, a lot of responsibility given to them, but they do a really good job with it. Currently, we have 7 seniors, which is really exciting. They were part of that first recruiting class that I had, so really part of that big rebuilding, and they're really wanting to leave their mark on this program, and they have, but they want to do it even more so. So we're really looking forward to this season. We also have 7 freshmen, so a bit of a younger team, but we feel really good about the experience that we have and also the talent we brought in. We feel like we got a lot of talent right now. We're very excited about where our team is at. We've only had a week and a half basically to practice. So we've been doing a lot. We've had a lot of team bonding, a lot of practices. This weekend, we just went to our team retreat. We went to a campground in Custer State Park where we had the entire thing to ourselves. And we did a lot of, activities as a team. We did a lot of communication exercises, a lot of talking, and it really just helped bring us together. And it was a lot of fun. So, we're sort of on the upswing now. We have a scrimmage this Saturday morning in Rapid City at home at 10 a.m. And then next Thursday, so exactly a week from today, we get on our bus and head to our first match of the year. So for the first 2 weekends of a volleyball season, we have what we call non-conference tournaments. So before RMAC play starts, we play 2 weekends of 4 matches. So the first weekend, we are headed to MSU Billings in Billings, Montana. And we will play 4 matches, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. The next weekend on that Thursday, we will leave for Sioux Falls, and we actually are going to be competing at the Pentagon. So we'll play 2 games at the Pentagon on Friday and 2 games at the Pentagon on Saturday. So if we have any Sioux Falls alumni on here and you're interested in watching some really good volleyball, because it's going to be really good volleyball, we'd love to see you. We'd love to meet you. And then after that, we start our first week of conference play. Like Cassie mentioned, our first conference match is actually against BH at BH. So that'll always be a real fun time, and they always bring the energy. And so it'll be good. But yeah, we're really looking forward to this season. We're really looking forward to the future of our program. We've definitely gotten where we are right now because of the support of our alumni and the support of our community. I've met a lot of great women and their families who are alumni of this institution, who back us and back what we're doing and continue just to be a part of our lives. We meet a lot of alumni on the road. They come and talk to our team. We have them come into our gym when they come to Rapid City to visit, and they come talk to our team. We have a really special area in our locker room that allows alumni to sign when they come back and visit. So if you know of any volleyball alumni that come back to Rapid City ever, please tell them to let me know and contact me, because I want them to come in. I want them to meet our team. I want them to come into our locker room and sign our wall. So we're very big about legacy around here. We're really trying to honor the past, but also provide this new future for our team. And we feel really good about where we're headed, not only on the court, but off the court. We have had a very high team GPA for the past few years. We've had over a 3.5 team GPA for the past 3 seasons, which we're very proud of. And our women work extremely hard. We have a very big mix of majors, a lot of pre-med kids, a lot of pre-health, but also a lot of engineering majors. Our women are from all over the country because we recruit nationally. Our volleyball staff probably spends between, 8 to 10 weekends on the road a year at national tournaments. So like this year, my assistant and I, we went to Chicago, we went to Texas, Vegas, Arizona, Minnesota, Missouri, Kansas City. So we sort of go all over and we recruit all over, but it adds a lot of diversity to our team, but also it's really good volleyball. And so we're very proud of the women we recruit and who they are and what they do, because they're just more than volleyball players. They're pretty fantastic people. This year, pretty much every single one of our returners had an internship this summer, which is awesome. A lot of them were in Rapid City, which is even cooler because it says a lot about what Rapid City is building and how great of companies there are here. Some of the companies that we've had our ladies work for this summer were B9 Creations here in Rapid City, Enterprise Car Rentals, Midland Scientific, Avera Health, Monument Health, 3M, and G&E. Our seniors who graduated this past season received job offers and accepted job offers at Abbott in Minneapolis and Lockheed Martin in Colorado and Brink Constructors, which is here in Rapid City. So very proud of the things that our women do, not only on the court, but off the court, because they're pretty impressive. And I really feel like they're going to change the world at some point. So we do a lot of cool things that are more than just volleyball, but obviously we're trying to be extremely competitive. And we can't do that without the support of our community and our Mines community. So very thankful for that. And really feel like we've gotten to a big place and we're hoping to be one of the best teams in the RMAC moving forward.
Thank you, Coach Lauren. I really appreciate your time. We didn't have any specific volleyball questions. And so I just wanted to thank you for your time here today. We really look forward to your season. I've already seen some of your students on campus, your players on campus. And so I appreciate your time and taking your time out today to talk to us and to the alumni group. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we're a little shy out there, everybody. Don't be shy to send those questions in. We'll take it. We'll stay here as long as we have to. But with that, last but certainly not least, we're going to give the screen to Charlie Floor, our head football coach. So Coach Floor, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Cassie. Hello, Hardrocker Nation. Appreciate everybody taking time out of their day, morning and afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. I apologize if I do have a raspy voice. We actually just got off the practice field, had our first scrimmage of the season. And, you know, as a good football coach and people know, there's a lot of yelling and screaming in some high pressure and high active situations. So if I sound a little graspy, that's the reason why. But again, appreciate everybody's time. Thank you to all of you with all of the support that you've given me and my staff to help change our football program to what you guys expect and can be very proud of. Just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Gillette, Wyoming, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away here from Rapid City. So as a young kid, I was able to come to Rapid City quite a bit, actually played high school football in the stadium. I went to school to Dakota State and was able to play college football here in Rapid City. So, you know, this place has always been home for me. We spent 18 years, my wife and I, in the great state of Missouri. Had a lot of great accomplishments, started our family there. All three of my kids were born in Missouri. And after the 2019 season, you know, got an opportunity to come back closer to home from South Dakota Mines and, you know, was very happy and excited for the opportunity and definitely something that we're very excited about. My family and I, we still have a lot of family within the Black Hills area, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska. So it was really a return home for us. And you know, we couldn't be more proud of it. You know, I got hired right before the COVID hit and made it very tough and extremely hard for me and our staff to try and come in and change the culture of our football team. A lot of our meetings during the springtime were done exactly like we're doing here. And when you're trying to change a culture, change a program and a mindset, over a computer can be very difficult. I'm a big face-to-face interaction guy. You know, we want to have open conversation and some tough conversations. And we weren't able to do that our first spring. Very fortunate when we got back here in the fall. You know, our administration did a phenomenal job of giving our staff an opportunity to go out and play 4 football games in the fall of 2020. And that was really kind of our benchmark and our foundation being laid as small as it was. And, you know, everybody wanted more. Unfortunately, we were not able to do that. But we were able to go out and play some meaningful football games, gave our seniors an opportunity to go out and potentially play their last season. And, you know, some of them took advantage of the extra COVID year. Some of them did not. take that and end up graduating. So, that was a huge thing for me to give those seniors an opportunity to go out and play those 4 football games. This past season, the 2021 season, we finished 6-5. First time South Dakota Mines has had a winning record since 2015. Set a lot of other, great milestones within our football program. We had a big road win up at Black Hills for the Black Hills Brawl. First time that South Dakota Mines has won up there since 2004. And, just had a lot of those kind of big wins within our football team. And it's really kind of set the stage for, this upcoming season. This fall, we brought in about 110 student athletes on our football team. This was day 10 for us. And, we're progressing toward the 2022 season. We actually open up at Missouri S&T down in Rolla, Missouri on September 1st, Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, which is obviously 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Expect a big crowd from them. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Last year when they came up here, honestly, I don't know if they knew what hit them. Our support and our crowd was very lively. And, that was one of the big factors, I think, that we were able to come out with a win. And, our kids know that it's going to be a tough game when we go down there, but it'll be a great experience for them. A place that, not a lot of them have been to. And, I know they're really looking forward to the trip. Then week 2, Truman State University comes to Rapid City. Truman State, that was actually my first full-time job after grad school. I was at Truman for 2 years. Very similar of an institution like South Dakota Mines academically. They don't have the engineering side, but a pretty prestigious school within the Midwest. A lot of the same students from a mindset academically to what we have here. They finished 7-4 last year, a very good quality opponent. And then week 1 for conference, we go down to Colorado Mesa, which will be a very tough, challenging game. Last year for you folks that were here on campus, it was a 13-10 tough football game. Unfortunately, we came out on the short end of the stick on that. And then the next week is homecoming, which I know is going to be a big-time atmosphere. A lot of people are going to be back, and something we're definitely looking forward to. And then the week after that is the Black Hills Brawl again, October 1st against Black Hills State. So our first 5 games are going to be tough. They're going to be challenging. Very proud of our kids and the growth mindset that they have had up to this point. They did a very good job of getting themselves ready to go during the course of the summertime. We had about 40 players here this summer. Like Lauren said, Rapid City's really done a great job of hiring internships for our players here within Rapid. We had kids all over the country putting in valuable hours within the internship. Last spring we put in almost 600 hours of community service here in Rapid City. We've done a great job with outreach programs through the youth here in Rapid. We've partnered with the Rapid City Police Department to do a lot of different activities, and we just have done a really good job of getting out in the community and making sure that we're telling the people of Rapid that we appreciate their support and know those Thursdays or Saturdays that we're playing, they're going to come back and support our kids. So, from my standpoint, year 3. Really second full season for me, but our kids have really bought into the process. They're trusting the process and everything that we're continuing to do as a football program, and very excited for the 2022 season. Again, we really appreciate the support that we're getting from Hardrocker Nation throughout the country, throughout really the world, knowing that you guys are behind our backs, are going to support us every step of the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Floor. I really appreciate that. That was a good, I'm really looking forward to your season this year too. We had a couple people ask some questions, but again, a little bit of more high level questions instead of like, hey, something about the football team. But Jake mentions that he loves watching the Hardrocker football on the RMAC channel. And he understands that RMAC requires each home team to provide a streaming feed. Is it possible to get a Hardrocker audio broadcast for away games? I know we do have it on our YouTube channel, correct?
Cassie, I'll refer that to you because you know more about that than I do.
I do. I had to do some quick checking to make sure, but we will have a broadcast for both home and away games this year. I believe that's a change from the past. It sounds like Jake. So I apologize. I'm very much home game oriented in that I have all things home game related. But yes, we will have a broadcast. And so you should be able to find that through the website, through the schedule. So if you're watching the host institution's video, you could be listening to our audio, which is always a good thing. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. And so maybe, and I don't know again if this is maybe a Cassie, or if you would have an idea of this too, Coach Floor. They were wondering how many scholarship dollars are available this year for our student athletes, and how many were split women versus men dollars, and like what was the average scholarship amount?
Sure, I'll start on the football side of things. Every year, we're given scholarship dollars in regards to breaking it up with the whole football team. And for us, we don't give any full football scholarships. Every one of our student athletes is on a partial scholarship, all based off of how much money is given or we get back from the senior class. So once a senior class graduates, we take that money and we invest it back in our football team first. We want to make sure that we're taking care of the football players that have been in our football program that may have been walk-ons the previous years or on low money, those types of guys that have done a lot of things for us, not only on the field, but off the field, are doing well in the classroom. And then whatever money we have left over from that senior class goes into our incoming freshman class. So every year it kind of fluctuates in regards to the freshman amount of money that we're able to go out and recruit with. And again, a lot of that is just based off of what we're gaining back from the freshman or from the senior class that has graduated.
And I'd love to comment on that too, if I can. Obviously, I can't answer the question to its entirety, but the thing about South Dakota, I think, is really important for everyone to understand. And I explain this to our recruits in their recruiting processes. The state of South Dakota has a standard in which we raise scholarships, and scholarships that we have for our athletes are cold hard cash. So most of our opponents that we compete against have different state regulations. So a lot of our teams in the RMAC are from Colorado, and the state of Colorado basically allows scholarships to be what we call tuition waivers. So our opponent, Colorado Mines, can go to the recruit that they're offering to and say, here's a half tuition waiver that we'd like to offer you. And that tuition waiver doesn't have to be cold hard cash. It's basically just like an intangible thing that they can say, here you go, and this is what it's going to be. And it's a deduction that the university will swallow. For us, and every dollar that we have for our athletic scholarships, that is cash that our Hard Rock Club and our department, right, and our university institution raise for our athletes. So every year it's sort of a different story in terms of how that looks like. But I think it's really important for people to understand is like, our athletics are very supported when it comes to scholarships. We're not fully funded, obviously, for volleyball, but we're very proud of where we stand. I think we're very competitive. And just like Charlie said, our women are on really nice scholarships, but we do not give fulls. And but that's a lot. It goes into a lot of our donors and our alumni who support us and donate that money every year. So we're very happy for that.
And I can add a few. And again, I will just admit I do not work in the fundraising side of things. So I don't have all the numbers right at the top of my head. I do apologize for that. But as both coaches had shared, when it comes to scholarships, I think there's always a misunderstanding that, oh, you're a scholar, you're a Division II athlete, you must go for free. There are very few in Division II. I don't know if there's a lot that actually have full scholarships. And even at the Division I level, there's a few sports that will give full rides. There are a lot of sports at the Division I level that still have partial scholarships. And so our coaches do a really great job. And that scholarship could range from $1,000 a year to, $15,000 or $16,000 a year, potentially. But our coaches also do a really great job. One, they're recruiting the best student athletes that they can find. And so a lot of, they'll work with the admissions office and, okay, we've got this athletic scholarship, but you know what, they've got these test scores, they've met these other requirements that they can also get some academic related scholarships. So, really our coaches are motivated to find the best of the best academically, because then that makes the education here even more affordable. I mean, when you look at it and you look at the return on investment and I'm speaking to the choir here, you all know this, but knowing that you're already getting a great education for a really reasonable price. I've been at a lot of high academic institutions, more on the liberal arts side, and the tuition here is very reasonable. And then you add those scholarships, so that's great. I will add one more thing. Within athletics and the Hard Rock Club, who's our fundraising entity, we are currently fundraising for this current year, the rosters we have right now. I believe in the CARA, they're always kind of a year ahead, and that's where we're aiming to get. But we are in that process. You know, we know what our number is and we need to meet, and we're trying to meet that, and we'll meet it by the end of the year, and they do a fantastic job. But our goal is to get where we're a year ahead, so that we're not stressing or concerned about, are we going to meet that scholarship bill? So again, our coaches do a great job. I apologize, I don't have the exact number, but and Lauren and Charlie, correct me. I feel like our total scholarship bill for the athletic department is right around 1.5 and 1.7. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Okay.
I just want to follow up with that if I can, Cassie. I used to work in the admissions department. That's where I just came from. And so when Cassie mentions that academic scholarship, that's a 3.0 GPA, and it starts at a 24 ACT or SAT equivalent. And so as you're talking to students and being ambassadors for us in our school out there, students that want to get that extra academic, you know, we need them to hit that 3.0. And then to be accepted at our school, as you guys know, it's a 2.75. So it's still harder to get at South Dakota Mines than it is to SDSU or USD or VH because we are a STEM school. So we appreciate you guys on our behalf, recruiting and talking to people, especially amongst our athlete students too. I have one more question out there, and it's from Jerry. During recruiting, he has a lot of students ask about the esports. Please provide an overview of SD Mines esports program. And I know that this recently spun out of athletics. Is that correct, Cassie?
Correct, yes. So esports has been housed in athletics for as long as it's been here, I believe. And this year, it among the executive council and president and everybody decided to take that move away from athletics and put it into, and I believe it's being housed under camp. And so I don't off the top of my head have the, I can't remember who the new camp director is, and Shelley, you may have that, but again, they would be the best to kind of address the direction it's going. I do know that we have a great esports facility where they have all their computers and gaming set up. I believe we typically have 3 or 4 varsity teams that will compete, and they get national recognition. They compete all year round. And then they will also have like a club side of the sports where it's purely they maybe have 100 members in their club side and maybe 30 in their varsity sports side. So it really is broader than just those 4 teams that compete at a national level. The other is an opportunity again to be a part of a community and participate in those games virtually.
Absolutely. And I to speak on that, I used to work closely with our esports group, especially with recruiting, and our new director of camp, which will then is over esports, you're correct, is Amy Hasvold. She came from Respect. She's a mechanical engineering background. And then inside of esports, there isn't a lot of money for scholarships, but it is a lot of fun. They have a great room. They have a lot of support. And I like to let students know that the nice thing about our club sports for esports is when your schedule is super busy in school, like you hit a busy season, you're able to drop out of a club sport and kind of work on studying and then come back on. And they do compete. They do compete at national competitions. So it's still great and out there. I want to thank all of you again for being here today. I want to thank our coaches for your time, for your talent, and for the passion that you bring to our students on campus. We look forward to seeing you both in person and live. I've got a couple of your schedules already printed out in my office so that I can make your games. And I want to encourage any of our local alumni to join us at a tailgate. Our first 4 games here at campus, our home games, will be tailgating. And so I ask you to join us over in our alumni tailgate area. Join us for some good food and some beers and just a good time. We have homecoming upcoming here soon. And so I encourage you to check out our CARA website. I'm going to put that here in the chat in just a second, or the the chat section, yes. And join us. We have a lot of things happening on campus, everything from professional development for people to get their continuing education or the PE credits that they need to continue on, so that your company will pay for you to come back and see us because we want you here, to our, of course, our M Hill picnic. And then we're having a rededication this year. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have our Alumni Heritage Gala that we're having in the evening to kind of honor and support our alumni. And then we have, of course, our tailgate, which is completely catered that weekend, and our homecoming game. Yes.
Shelly, I have one thing to add to that. We also host that Friday. It will conflict slightly with the M Hill tradition, but we do, the Hard Rock Club hosts a golf tournament, an alumni golf tournament. I think tea time is typically around 9 a.m. Hosted at Arrowhead. Are we at Arrowhead?
It's registration at 9, shotgun start at 10.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So welcome any of you to join us and be a part of hopefully a beautiful day of golf.
Yeah, absolutely. And that registration is also found on our CARA website under events. If you go to events and go to our Rocker Week, you'll find all of the different events you can register for. And that one does have a cost to it, but it's a lot of fun and lunch is included. So we would love to see you out here for that too. Again, I want to let you guys know that this was recorded. And so we will have this posted. It only takes about 24 hours. It might take 48 hours because our main IT person is on a well-deserved vacation. And we have some upcoming events coming next month for our digital update, our department update. It's going to be math. We have a new specialization of data science and engineering in math. It has a PhD and a specialization for our undergraduates. So Travis in the math department is going to talk to us about that. And then the Lunch and Learn, that'll be the third Thursday of the month, is going to be Dr. Rankin talking about the state of the university. So if you're interested as to where we are with research, where we are with classes, how we're building, how we're growing, the new buildings on campus, things like that, I encourage you to join us for that. Again, you will get emails for those, and our registration will also be on our CARA website too. I just appreciate your guys' time and your with us today. I appreciate the staff, Cassie, and your coaches for being here, and even Isaac, our IT support today too. And I look forward to seeing you guys back at another digital update. Oh, yep, Cassie.
There was one last question that just popped in.
Oh, perfect.
Asking about the best way to watch and follow Hardrocker football living out of market. I live in Georgia. So if you go to our website, it will, on our schedule, it'll have all of our games listed, and there should be a link that'll take you directly to the RMAC channel, and you can watch that on any device. So laptop, tablet, phone. And again, I think I mentioned earlier, if you have a TV that has Roku, we have a Roku channel. So I personally have a Roku TV at home, and I have that app on my TV, and I just go to it like I would go to Hulu or HBO or something like that. And I can watch the games directly on my TV, which is pretty sweet when they're on the road. So no matter where you are, overseas, other part of this country, you should be able to watch those games. And again, they should be all free. So it's a great opportunity.
Thank you, Cassie. And I did want to add one more thing. This week, we launched our Hardrocker Ale on Tuesday night, and I got to go down and try it. It was a nice, smooth, easy drinking beer. We are opening up our campus or our games to offer beer. Correct, Cassie?
Correct.
And so for our football and our basketball, that'll be available. And so when you guys come back to visit, make sure you stop through and get one of your Hardrocker ales, and $1 for every beer goes towards our scholarship funds. So not only are you having a nice, cool brew, you're also helping out the scholarship fund. But again, thank you all for your time and for being here. And I look forward to seeing you on our future updates. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.